Well, we're delighted to announce the 2026 USAC Hall of Fame class here at the USAC headquarters in Speedway, and we couldn't do this induction ceremony on July 1st. It's a great luncheon. We get great help from Andy Reinbold with RDI development and his AME electrical concerns. And as always, Jerry Petty with Event 2 Windows and Doors has certainly stepped forward the last couple of years and has made a generous donation. It's a club with a rich history, and we have inductees this year that go across the wide spectrum of USAC activities. Richie, we're excited about the class. Let's kick it off.
Absolutely. We have 7 new inductees for the 2026 USAC Hall of Fame in alphabetical order. We'll read them off. Jack Beckley, who was a winning mechanic for Bill Vukovich and Gordon Johncock at Indianapolis before becoming a longtime USAC official on the technical committee.
Yeah, technical committee for many, many years. I'm a great fan of the driver, Jack McGrath. He was part of the 3 Jacks crew with Jack Hinkle and obviously Jack McGrath and then Jack Beckley. He certainly did so many things with USAC, a long involvement, man with a great integrity. We're pretty excited to have him in the class.
And the next is John Cooper, who was involved in so many various aspects and parts of the racing world, but he made his impact on USAC very early on.
He's commonly known as the very first employee in the United States Auto Club. He was without question in the very first meeting that took place in the Board of Health building and down at what is now the campus of Indiana University at Indianapolis. He ultimately became the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Daytona International Speedway, and with International Speedway Corporation, a guiding force there for years. Mr. Cooper, who grew up in Iowa, went to Northwestern University. He began working at midget race tracks like the Seymour Bowl in Iowa. He worked with the IMCA. He worked with one of our other inductees who we'll mention earlier as an announcer. He was a deep force in racing. He was a man with great wisdom. He was a personal mentor of mine at great integrity, John Cooper.
And the next is Damon Blackie Fortune, one of the great car owners with the familiar yellow number 39, won 4 championships across USAC's Silver Crown and National Sprint Cars with guys like Kenny Schrader and Ricky Hood.
What great years for Blackie Fortune. Those cars were fantastic, beautiful cars, beautiful just appearance on the racetrack. You know, a Southern Indiana, a coal magnet, if you will. Great drivers. It was Ken Schrader, by the way, who recommended Rick Hood to take control of that. We're talking about guys who made their mark in the United States Auto Club. We know the family is going to be awfully happy with that announcement.
And the next is Sam Nunes, a promoter you saw his name on so many events across the East Coast back in the middle part of the 20th century.
Yeah, I mean, he worked with the AAA and then with USAC, not only on the East Coast, but dipped into the Midwest. An old school promoter, one of those guys who was a great advance man, very, very involved in racing, knew how to take care of the drivers, a well-known figure among people like 𝐔𝐒𝐀𝐂 and was a modern day in terms of his use of publicity, but a guy who promoted so many great races. Often many people think of him at Trenton, but it went well beyond that.
And the next is Johnny Parsons, been around for a long time, won the USAC Silver Crown Sprint Cars Midgets, ran Indy 11 times, I believe, but, always there across the board at everywhere you went to a USAC race.
A versatile race driver who had great success in the Silver Crown race, was one of the first to have ran 100 events. 30, I believe, off the top of my head, USAC national victories. As a member of the National Midget Hall of Fame. He's a guy who excelled also in sprint cars. A couple of top 5s in Indianapolis. Other races, as you well know, won the Hut 100. Just a tremendous guy. A guy who has given a lot to the sport. He's a big personality. We see him still at events. He, I think, maintained the 1-lap record at the Indiana State Fairgrounds and Silver Crown competition. So, JP, it's going to be your day.
The next is Tom Sneva.
Wow.
The 1983 Indianapolis 500 winner, 2-time USAC National IndyCar champion, first guy over 200. Even won a few USAC sprint car races in a rear engine car in the 70s.
Sure did. After his education career up in the Northwest. The gas man, as Richie mentioned, the first to go over 200 miles an hour, had that beautiful Texaco star with George Bignotti turning the wrenches. Might remember Little Al trying to get between him and his father in that great 1983 race, but Tom prevailed. He was a driving force in Indianapolis for years. Gregarious, a spokesperson. He was also very active on the media side, often viewing color commentary for Indianapolis 500 broadcasts. A tremendous career and a great credit to USAC.
And lastly, but not least, is George Snider, champion USAC Silver Crown car owner, and the first USAC Silver Crown driving champion. But, you know, obviously, his long association with A.J. Foyt is one of his biggest aspects. He was a co-owner on the championship team, and we saw him jump in a car on bump day many times for A.J.
Oh, yeah. First Tony Holman Classic winner at the Action Track. Just a tremendous, came out of the Fresno, the California area, and drove midgets successfully. Ultimately was a great force in racing. As you mentioned, one of those last guys who could put a car in the waiting hours in Indianapolis 500. But he was competitive to the very end of his Silver Crown car. Might have finished third in his last race, if I remember correctly, maybe on the podium. But then fielded cars, beautiful cars with A.J. Foyt, a long career, a versatile career. The man known as Ziggy, his time also comes. It's got a great class. We're excited about it.
Terrific class, and we'll get to honor him on July 1st.
July 1st, right here. Keep it on USACRacing.com with all the information about tickets. It's a nice event here in this great space here. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope that you join us.